Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing this bad boy from Colourpop. This is one of their newer palettes. It's called the Main Squeeze Palette. So this is what it looks like inside, and isn't she so pretty? Like, I saw this online and immediately I was like, girl, I think I might have to get this. Also, because it is from Colourpop, it retails for just $12, which is like amazing, especially because it does come with a mirror, which is like really dirty, but it comes with a mirror and you get 9 shades in here for 12 bucks, so I honestly think that you can't really go wrong. I'm going to be showing you guys a quick look with this palette, but before we get started, I just want to remind you guys to please subscribe, okay? So this is the palette, and then on the back you have all of the color names, which is helpful, but the color names are also on the palette itself, so I don't know why you need it on both, but it's nice. It's helpful for me so I can tell you guys the colors that I'm using. Okay, so anyways, let's go ahead and get started. What I'm going to do first is just go through and swatch all of the shades for you guys, probably just like on my arm. First, I'm going to swatch this shade called Juicy Fruit. It looks like a really nice kind of medium gold, if that makes sense. So let's go ahead and swatch that one. Okay, wow, that was terrible, but you get the idea. On my skin, it does lean a little more pink, but it's still a gold, so yeah. Actually, the next color that I want to talk about is this one right here. This color is called Like It's Hot, and on the website it's described as a matte true red, and this color is the whole reason why I bought this palette, because if you guys have been watching me for a while, you know that I have been searching everywhere, okay? Everywhere, literally all over the place, just to find a true matte red that like wasn't expensive and wasn't in a 35 pan palette. So really excited to try this one, so let's swatch that. Ooh, okay, so this is the color Like It's Hot. It does have a little bit of a pink kind of tinge to me, at least that's what I'm seeing. It's kind of like a strawberry red, so we'll see how that looks on the eyes, but it looks good. And okay, let's go ahead and swatch one more. Why don't we try this color in the bottom row, just in the middle. This one is called Baywatch. On the website it's described as a metallic red bronze, but it doesn't look like that in the palette. I don't know, to me this looks like a pink. Are you guys seeing the same thing? But we'll see how it looks on the skin, so let's try that. And I've said this before, but you guys know swatches are not always indicative of how an eyeshadow is going to look on your actual eyes, but it is kind of helpful just to see the tone of the color a little more. I'm kind of confused because it doesn't look like this in the pan. Like, am I tripping? Hold on, let me show you guys. So just remember, Baywatch is in the middle right here, and then on my arm, it's the color at the very bottom. I feel like they look different. I mean, either way, I like the color, but just something to note. I know Colourpop also released a bunch of other like watermelon themed things. I think they came out with like a lipstick collection. Also, when I ordered this, they were doing like their special birthday promotion. With every order you got a little eyeshadow, so that was really nice, but it wasn't part of the collection, but I still might use it in this video. We'll see. I'm gonna go ahead and prime my lids, and when I get back we can start creating a little look. Okay, so I'm back. We are super zoomed in and my eyes look very ashy. To prime my eyelids, I used the Colourpop No Filter Concealer. This is in the shade Fair 00. This is the lightest one they have. It's just like a pure white. I've been using it recently under my eyeshadow and I really like how it makes the colors pop. So how it makes the colors pop. And this is Colourpop. I'm sorry, that was so stupid. But anyways, yeah, so I did use this to prime my eyelids, and I set it with a light white eyeshadow, and that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and dip into this palette. So to start off, I'm going to take this color right here. This color is called Seed Money. So I'm just going to go ahead and tap that into the crease and see what happens. Okay, I'm liking it so far. What I'm doing is I'm going to be tapping it on before swiping and blending. I just feel like you get more pigmentation that way. Yeah, these colors are pretty pigmented whether you use a white base like I did or not. You'll still get a really good color payoff, so yeah, you don't need to worry too much about that. Like I said earlier, the color that I was the most excited about was this red here that's called Like It's Hot. I think I have to use it, and I think it's also one of the colors that I feel like you guys would be the most curious about in this palette. So I'm going to go ahead and take this brush from Morphe. This is their M441, and just tap it a little lower in the crease. okay. She's bright. I like it. Obviously it is pulling a little more pink, but that's because I laid down a pink under it, so can't be surprised there. But I think if you were to just use it on its own, it would read more red. I also really like the mirror that's in here. I don't know if it's like blinding you guys, but I really like this mirror. It's like, it's nice and big. I can see my whole big face. I like it. So next I'm going to go on the outer corner of my eyes, and I'm going to take this color right here. It's called Red Bottoms. It looks like a kind of plummy purplish red. So I'm going to use that just to deepen the outer portion of my eyes. Ooh, okay, I'm liking this color. It's not, this color isn't as deep as I thought it would be, but it's nice. Next, I'm going to cut my crease. So to cut my crease, I'm going to use this concealer by CoverGirl. If you guys have not seen my review on this concealer, I will link it below. Spoiler alert, I hate how this looks under my eyes, but because it is so matte, I think it would be perfect for a cut crease, so that's why I'm using it for this. And I'm only going to cut it about 3/4 of the way. I'm not going to go like the whole lid, if that makes sense. So I give the concealer a few seconds to dry down, and now we're gonna play with some glitter. So don't know which color I want to take just yet. I'm torn between these two. This one in the middle is called Maraschino, and like I said earlier, this one down here is called Baywatch. I wish I was doing like a live video right now and I could just ask you guys and then do what you want me to do. Nah, I'm alone, so I have to figure it out by myself. Okay, why don't we go ahead and swatch the one in the middle, because I didn't swatch that one earlier. This one is Maraschino, and the one above it is Baywatch. I think I'm gonna take Baywatch. Let's start with Baywatch and then see what happens. Ooh.
Mm-hmm. And
Ooh, okay. So I don't know how this color is reading on camera, but in person it looks kind of coppery orange. I'm not mad. So it's not terrible, but if you know me, you know that I like to go in with my fingers when I use metallics on my lid, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I just feel like the warmth from your fingers really amps up eyeshadows, but I don't know the science behind it, okay? But it works. I do want to add to the outer portion right here just a little more. I'm going to go back in with my brush from earlier, and I think I'm going to take some more of Seed Money and mix it with Red Bottoms and just kind of fluff out that outer V a little more. This is what my eye is looking like right now. I do really like it, and of course you could leave it like this, but I ain't gonna leave it like this. I really want to dip into this eyeshadow and show you guys because it is so beautiful. This is the eyeshadow that they were giving away. This is called Birthday Treat. It's one of their Super Shock eyeshadows. That is very hard to say. Sadly, mine has taken a hit, okay? I dropped her on my eyelash curler and she broke and she fell apart. But I hope you can see this. This is what it looks like. It's a really pretty, ooh, hello. Chunks are falling all over me. It's a really pretty pinky gold color, and the glitter in it is just so pretty. So I want to show you guys what it looks like. Before we go into that, I just wanted to show you guys under my eyes, there's not that much fallout from the eyeshadow palette itself. There is a little bit, but that doesn't bother me because you can just wipe it away. Now I'm gonna go in with this, and I just want to show you guys this first because I know with this eyeshadow there is a lot of fallout, but I just didn't want you guys to get confused when you see the fallout and if you thought it was from the palette. It's not. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some of this on my fingers. Ooh, do you guys see that extra like sparkle that it adds to your eyes? I'm just in love with this color. So I'm going to quickly go off camera, finish up the rest of my face, and then I will be back with my final thoughts. Okay, so I am back and this is the finished look. And honestly, if you couldn't already tell by my face throughout this whole video, I love this palette, okay? I also had a little bit of an epiphany while I was finishing the rest of my face. I realized that this palette looks really similar to the Huda Beauty Ruby Obsessions palette. So if you guys haven't seen this palette before, this is what it looks like inside. A lot of the colors look pretty similar to what is inside of the Main Squeeze palette. So they both have a darker plum, they both have a kind of orangey red. So I thought I'd give you guys a quick comparison. So in both palettes you do get 9 eyeshadows, except that the Huda Beauty palette is about 3 times more expensive than the Colourpop one. This one is about $35, and like I mentioned before, the Colourpop one is $12. In terms of how the formulas compare, I feel like the mattes are honestly pretty similar. You guys saw how the Colourpop applied. You could see the color payoff was really good, especially for a $12 palette. You can't really go wrong. The Huda Beauty one, the mattes are obviously amazing because Huda is like famous for her mattes. So yeah, I feel like the mattes perform pretty much the same. I'd say the main difference would probably be with the metallics. So if you don't mind paying a little extra for absolutely beautiful metallics, then you could probably get the Huda Beauty palette. But if you are more in it just for the colors and you are a little bit, you know, you're on a budget, okay, go with Colourpop, because in my opinion they're pretty similar. And at least with the Colourpop one you get a much larger mirror than in the Huda ones. And you probably are also paying for packaging with Huda Beauty, because while it is smaller, it's definitely more sturdy. It's more of a harder cardboard, whereas Colourpop is a, what's this? Plastic. I almost forgot the word for plastic. So anyways, they are comparable, and I would say ultimately it's up to you. If you want to splurge a little bit, Huda is definitely a good choice. But if you are on a budget and you want a similar color scheme, go with Colourpop and you won't be disappointed. Yeah, so my final thoughts on the palette is that I really like it. I wanted to review it for you guys even though it did come out about a month ago. I haven't seen any reviews on it. If you have, let me know, but I have not seen a single review on it, so I thought, why not make one? I know sometimes I look at palettes that are this colorful and I'm like, what am I gonna do with this? So hopefully this did help you out a little bit. Let me know in the comments if you are thinking of buying this palette, if you are, if you're not. I know they also came out with a bunch of other palettes. You know how Huda Beauty has, I think, like 6 or 7 palettes, and each one is dedicated to a specific color theme. Colourpop did something very similar, so I want to know if you have tried both of them. Which one do you think is better? Which one do you think is more worth it for the price? Personally, I would say Colourpop is, but sound off in the comments below. Anyways, that is pretty much it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!